Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I take the floor in support of the two resolutions. There is a strategic nexus between the two, Mr. Speaker, and it is brought before this Honorable House, Mr. Speaker, for some temporary alterations under the Value Added Tax Act. Mr. Speaker, as I indicated a few moments ago, since there is a clear nexus between the two resolutions, I beg leave, Mr. Speaker, to set the stage for my discourse on this resolution by alluding to the utility of the first resolution without reopening the debate. But, Mr. Speaker, I cannot set in motion my brief response to the resolution before us without alluding and without placing the measures in the broader political and governance context. The St. Lucia Labour Party, Mr. Speaker, was elected in July 2021 with a clear mandate to stabilize the economy, protect livelihoods, and restore confidence after a very difficult period in our history. That first term, Mr. Speaker, what I call PJP 1.0, delivered stability and unprecedented economic expansion and growth, responsible economic management, and a clear focus on people and productivity. On the 1st of December 2025, the people of St. Lucia renewed that mandate, returning the St. Lucia Labour Party to office with an even stronger resolve to deepen reform, accelerate growth, and expand opportunity. Mr. Speaker, if PJP 1.0 was about recovery, expansion, and stabilization, then PJP 2.0 is about continued growth, confidence, and shared prosperity. These policy measures reflect that renewed mandate, Mr. Speaker. They demonstrate a government that listens, that acts decisively, and that partners with the private sector to ensure that the expansion of the economy is broad-based, inclusive, and sustainable. Mr. Speaker, the strength of this mandate cannot be overestimated. The people of St. Lucia spoke clearly and decisively. They returned the St. Lucia Labour Party to office with an overwhelming mandate. Mr. Speaker, this outcome clearly supports the leadership and economic stewardship of the St. Lucia Labour Party. And, Mr. Speaker, a determination to move forward under responsible leadership, sound economic management, and policies that place people, productivity, and national development at the center of governance. So, Mr. Speaker, if I may allude to the utility of the first resolution that was before this Honorable House to alter the rate of penalty applicable to unpaid value-added tax, reducing that penalty from 10% to 0% for the period from May 2nd, 2024 to May 1st, 2026, in respect of tax periods ending on or before December 31st, 2023. This resolution, Mr. Speaker, must be understood within the broader context of the government's continued and deliberate support to all areas of the private sector, including manufacturing, tourism, services, and small enterprise development. While our economy has begun to expand, the effects of COVID-19 continue to linger, particularly for micro, small, and medium-sized businesses. For many of these enterprises, VAT arrears arose not from deliberate non-compliance, if I may say, but from severe cash flow pressures during a period of reduced demand, interrupted operations, and rising cost. The automatic imposition of a 10% penalty in such circumstances often compounded financial distress and discouraged re-engagement with the tax system. Mr. Speaker, the temporary removal of this penalty provides relief, not forgiveness, It lowers the barrier to compliance and allows businesses to stabilize, regularize their affairs, and position themselves to participate fully in an expanding economy. From an economic perspective, Mr. Speaker, this is a prudent and forward-looking measure. Businesses burdened by penalties are less able to invest, hire, or grow. By easing this burden, government is helping to sustain the momentum of economic expansion while preserving employment and productive capacity across key sectors of the economy. This measure is targeted, time-bound, and fiscally responsible. It applies only to past tax periods and does not alter ongoing VAT obligations. For these reasons, Mr. Speaker, I believe that this first resolution set the stage for the second, as the second resolution, which seeks approval to alter the rate of interest applied to unpaid value-added tax, reducing that rate from 1.25% per month to 0% for the same qualifying period. This resolution addresses a separate but equally significant challenge. Compounding monthly interest, Mr. Speaker, can cause tax liabilities to escalate rapidly, particularly for businesses already struggling to recover from the economic disruptions of recent years. By temporarily removing interest, government is allowing outstanding liabilities to stabilize and giving businesses the opportunity to place realistically, enter payment arrangements, and return to compliance. Mr. Speaker, this intervention is especially important at a time when the economy is expanding and new opportunities are emerging across manufacturing, tourism, trade, aviation-linked services, and the wider services sector. Businesses that are not constrained by escalating interest obligations are better positioned to take advantage of increased demand, invest in productivity, and contribute to sustained economic growth. In this regard, Mr. Speaker, the resolution forms part of a broader policy approach aimed at supporting private sector resilience, strengthening confidence, and ensuring that economic expansion is not undermined by legacy liabilities from an extraordinary period. However, Mr. Speaker, it is important to restate a fundamental principle. Businesses act as collection agents on behalf of the government for value-added tax, as accentuated by the Minister for Finance and Prime Minister of the country. VAT collected from consumers does not belong to the business and must not be treated as operating capital. This temporary relief must therefore be accompanied by responsible financial management and timely remittance of VAT going forward, Mr. Speaker. For these reasons, Mr. Speaker, I also support the resolution to alter the rate of interest as proposed by the Honorable Minister for Finance. So in closing, Mr. Speaker, taken together, these two resolutions reflect the government's ongoing commitment to supporting the private sector across all major areas of economic activity: manufacturing, tourism, services, and small enterprise, while safeguarding fiscal discipline. They recognize that sustained economic expansion requires viable businesses, realistic compliance pathways, and policies that respond to real-world conditions. By providing targeted temporary relief, government is helping businesses recover, grow, and contribute to continued economic expansion to the benefit of workers, communities, and the national economy, Mr. Speaker. I therefore commend both resolutions to this Honorable House. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.